welcome to the Johnny Boy channel where I give you trending news topics. Alright, so I got a few topics I'm going to explain to y'all today. Today I'm going to talk to y'all about Elon Musk has Asperger's and reveals it on SNL Live. Chinese rocket booster falls to Earth. That's another one. U.S. fuel pipeline system shuts down over a cyber attack. That is insane. 4-year-old got a crap load of SpongeBob popsicles with his mom's Amazon account. Try explaining that. NASA Mars helicopter. Interesting. GOP governor slashes your unemployment benefit that came extra with it. That's another one. Push to electrify your mail trucks. And trio of the Saturday shootings that happened out in the U.S. And Trump fans arguing about how they were stolen the election. Let's get it going. All right, guys. So if y'all stayed tuned into the SNL Live that was yesterday, I think it was May 8th, Elon Musk admitted that he had Asperger's. Nothing too crazy. He had already said that he already had it, but it's a little bit different when he went on national television and actually mentioned it. Would I personally do it? Hell no. But you know what? If I'm a billionaire, who cares, right? Elon Musk took a hard left from the comedy that he hosted on SNL Live Saturday night and announced that he has Asperger's. All right, now this is a breaking news article from TMZ. Of course, TMZ loves to get in people's business, and they love to bring y'all things that normal people can't get a hold of. So part of that was he made the announcement at the beginning of his monologue, speaking in the monologue voice. Of course, we all know he loves to be a little weird when he talks. He revealed that Saturday Night Live host, he had Asperger's syndrome. However, former SNL cast members also has, I guess somebody else has Asperger's as well. In case y'all didn't know, it's a neurodevelopment disorder, and it manifests itself in major difficulties in engaging in social interactions and nonverbal communication. So if you ever come across somebody who has Asperger's, it's very noticeable. But I mean, if you're gonna be a dick about it, you can point it out. Honestly, it's very, I don't know what's it, but anyways, he went on TV and mentioned that he has Asperger's. I can't believe it, man. This guy has all the money in the world. Why would he want to put his business out there? He was supposed to go on and mention Dogcoin, but what did he do? He freaking shot the damn thing down. Everybody lost some money, but you know, some people that are really hard into it, they wanted to stick in it. So let's see what happens with it. Of course, you know, Elon Musk, he smoked a joint on Joe Rogan's podcast. If you haven't watched Joe Rogan's podcast, highly recommend it. That guy is awesome, man. I love how he has different people that you normally wouldn't really see, but it was really cool to actually understand how Elon Musk is as a person and what his agendas are as a billionaire. He also made some jokes about O.J. Simpson. I mean, the guy's got a little bit of humor, but you know, if you watched it yourself, to be honest, it wasn't really all that. I mean, it was very bland. Would I watch it again? Probably not. It's a wonder why their ratings are going down the crapper, but they wanted to bring it up. I think he's got one more episode he's going to come out and check it out. But if you haven't already seen the SNL live skit with Elon Musk, go ahead and check it out. I think it should be on their YouTube page. But and of course, you know, Elon Musk, he has SpaceX that he just announced too that you can use Dogcoin to purchase, I guess, a seat if you want to go to Mars later on in the future. Of course, if you don't know what Dogcoin is as well, he's been a very prolific person to want to try to go after it. And to be honest, I mean, it's a push and dump stock or a push and dump cryptocurrency. They're thinking it might hit $1 at some time, but truthfully, he was supposed to go out and talk a lot about it, but he ended up not doing it. So if you got your money in that, I'd highly suggest you dump it. All right. So another thing that was been circulating around the news agencies, right, is the Chinese booster rocket falls to Earth over the Arabian Peninsula. Now, the Chinese rocket sent some satellites up into outer space. Where? I don't know. How? I don't know. But you know what? They really don't think they thought about what are we going to do when it falls back down to Earth. So it's been floating around up in Earth's atmosphere for a little while, and then it finally came through and crashed over the Arabian Peninsula. Most of the actual debris burned up on re-entry. Now, this is a news article I'm reading from New York Times. Of course, you know, New York Times likes to lean left on a lot of the articles. So just keep that in mind when you're reading some things. But I like this news article because, truthfully, I mean, we're you think we'd work together, try to get things up, but I guess not. You know what I mean? I guess not. Let's see. What's something? So this article was by Stephen Lee Myers and Kenneth Chang. Credit to y'all. Not taking any credit from y'all. Okay, so these guys, you can go on the New York Times and check out this article yourself. But it's been just recently updated today. So the debris from a large Chinese rocket landed in the Indian Ocean near the, let's see, the Maldives. I guess that's how you say it. Early Sunday morning, Chinese Space Administration announced it said that most of the debris had burned up on re-entry. It was not immediately clear whether if any of that had remained or landed on any of the, let's see, the Maldives, 1,192 islands. I think I need to look into that. I don't know where that is. I should look more into that, to be honest. The possibility, however, is slight that the debris from the rocket could strike a populated area that led people around the world to track its trajectory for days. The administration of NASA, Bill Nelson, issued a unusual revoke of Chinese announcement accusing the countries of failing to meet the responsibility standards regarding their space debris. Now, in case we all know, there is a lot of crap in space that is floating around that nobody knows what the hell is going to happen to it, and if it's not monitored, I mean, it could go everywhere. So, I mean, we're going to go after these guys for sticking something up in outer space, but what we really need to focus on is how the hell are we going to get into space, right? So, they're trying. You know, you can't dog those guys. They're really trying. And then, let's see what else. The rocket was launched from a main module on China's next space station in Taiyang on April 29th. Usually the large booster stages of the rockets immediately drop back to Earth after they jettisoned, but the 23-ton core stage actually floated around for a little bit, then fell back down to Earth. I mean, if you really want to get on these guys about that, I mean, is it really that big of a deal? Unless it would have hit somebody, I guess, or hit an actual major populated city, it's not really going to matter too much, and nobody's going to really do anything about it, so why bring it up? It's clickbait, man. That's why it is. It's clickbait. And you know what? You clicked on it. At least I did. Government has no response. Ironic, right? They never have any response. They don't want to tell you nothing. And these guys, they're freaking smart. Probably they knew what was going to happen. But you know what? They don't care. Why would they? And that seemed to be about it. But if you want to check out that news article, it wasn't too crazy. But that debris actually landed back on Earth, and everything's all good, right? Some other thing that was happened not too long ago too as well was the cyber attack that was on the pipeline system. Shut it down for a little while. Man, you know, we all got Norton installed. Not a sponsor of Norton's. We got to put that out there. Don't have Norton, but you know what? After reading this, kind of makes me want to get Norton. And I don't know if they would protect against something like that. And I don't even know if you have insurance for something like that. So in the end, if you really are serious about your cybersecurity and trying to protect your privacy, you're pretty much out of luck, man, right? I mean, they already have everything we need. There's no privacy anymore. So if you really, I guess, when I had to go about it, spend some money, I guess, and get it going. But you know what? Shut down the U.S. pipeline. Their main fuel supply line of the U.S. East Coast line has shut down indefinitely, meaning probably forever. After the pipeline's operators suffered what was believed to be the largest successful cyber attack on oil infrastructure in the country's history, presenting a danger in spiking oil prices and the fresh challenge of President Joe Biden's pledge to secure the nation against threats. Man, you know, gas was already going up. They were talking about a shortage of truck drivers. Now guess what? Now they're freaking cyber attacking our oil supplies, man. What are we going to do? I mean, gas is worth more, almost just about as a gallon of milk. That it's not even the same. You can't even drink it, you know. But I guess if you want to, you can go buy you a gallon of milk and drink it yourself. I highly wouldn't recommend it, but you know what? It's probably going the same price as a gallon of milk. But let's see here. The attack on the Colonial Pipeline. Have no clue who they are, by the way. Which runs about 5,500 miles to provide nearly half of the gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel used on the East Coast. Most immediately affected some of the company's business side computer systems, not the systems that directly run the pipeline themselves. The Georgia-based company, Georgia, home of the peaches, I think that's what it is shut down as a precaution and has engaged in a third-party cybersecurity firm to investigate the incident, which is confirmed as a ransomware attack. Ransomware, right? Meaning, I will give you your computer back if you pay me some money. Who would think that they'd be able to do that? You know, that should be a business that I need to get in. But you know what? I'm not that smart. So, anywho, let's get on, right? So if you want to read that news article, it's by Politico. Let's see who wrote it. Gloria Gonzalez, Ben Lefbrev, and Eric Gendler. That was as today. So go ahead and check that out if y'all are interested in that. But let's see. Some other news as well. A 4-year-old hacks a mom's Amazon Prime account and orders 51 boxes of SpongeBob SquarePants popsicles. Now, I love SpongeBob SquarePants. And if I was him, I definitely would have ordered all those popsicles. You know why? Because I love to eat SpongeBob SquarePants popsicles. And I love their cartoons, man. You know, some people are saying they're a little racist now. Some people say they're a little biased now. You know what? Who cares, right? It's a cartoon. Everybody wants to laugh. So I love that. I love being able to put it to your parents. I don't know how he's going to get away with it. They did start a GoFundMe page to try to help them out. But to read a little bit about it, this was a news article on Yahoo News, right? It was written by, let's see who it was written by. Not too sure. Oh, there it goes. Gino Spochina. I think I said that right. Now, this was written a couple of days ago, but it looks like it's been recently updated. But so, an online fundraising effort was set up for a mother after a 4-year-old boy bought more than $2,000 of SpongeBob SquarePants popsicles on Amazon. Dude, Amazon has everything now. With Jeff Bezos stepping down, who would have guessed they got SpongeBob SquarePants popsicles sticked up in their warehouse? I never would have guessed. I guess they got everything. But the child identified as Noah is a fan of the cartoon character, so am I, and ordered 51 cases of the SpongeBob SquarePants and ice treats at his aunt's house in Brooklyn, New York. A friend of the family, Katie Slosh, wrote in an Instagram post on Monday that 918 popsicles arrived from Amazon to the tune of a whopping $2,618.85. If you want to know what that is in pounds, that's 1,883. They got a list here. So I didn't know that by heart. As truly adorable as this story is, Jennifer Bryant, Noah's mom is a social work student at a New York university. We took policy together and simply cannot afford this, wrote her. According to the Post, Amazon refused to return the fruit punch candy flavored ice cream treats, with Noah's mother forced to front the bill. That is a lot of money to put up just because you got to order some popsicles, to be honest with you. But Ms. Bryant's mom has 3 boys, doesn't know how she's going to be able to pay this off, and in addition to the student loans, and all of us hate those student loans, right? And all of her family's other expenses just simply can't afford it. So if you want to help out, go to her FundMe page. I'm going to put a link in the news article so you can go and actually donate if you want to donate. I myself have donated a little bit to that because I understand having kids with myself, they tend to buy things if you're not paying attention. And it could get pretty pricey. Never this pricey for me, but definitely pretty pricey. But you know how are you gonna fit that in your freezer? You know what I mean? Like that's a 50. That's a lot, man. You know, I don't know. You put that in the refrigerator. You're gonna have to buy an external freezer. You can't let it all go to waste. But I guess that'd be a cool little side business if you wanted to. So getting back to another news article that's been trending lately. NASA Mars helicopter makes a one-way flight to a new mission. Now, of course, we all know they recently sent some more stuff to Mars, some of which that NASA put a mini helicopter on there. I think the atmosphere of Mars is like 1 to 3 of the Earth's, so it's a little bit lighter over there. So they weren't really too sure if it was going to work out. Ended up working out pretty good. They got a few test flights where they tried it out and it worked out pretty good. So I guess they're going to try to go with it and see what happens. Let's see. This is a news article in the New York Times as well. Man, these guys are at it, aren't they? Was posted a couple days ago, actually, by Kenneth Chong. Again, Kenneth Chong, man. You know, he just wrote an article about the Chinese rocket falling back down to Earth. Now, guess what? He's writing about this. This guy must be everywhere. This time, NASA's Mars robotic helicopter Ingenuity did not come back. That was intended. On Friday, Ingenuity, which last month became the first machine to fly like an airplane or a helicopter on another world, took off for the 5th time. It made a successful one-way trip to another flat patch of Mars where more than a length of a football field away. Now, try to fly a helicopter on Mars where you cannot access it and it has to fly by itself, and if anything goes wrong, you're not going to know until maybe about 30, 40 minutes later. That's how difficult it is. So this all had to take place by itself. That's got to say something about our guys up in NASA. It made a successful one-way trip to another flat patch of Mars, right? The spot where it landed will serve as a base of operations for the next month, at least beginning a new phase of the mission where it will serve as a scout for a larger robotic companion, the Perseverance rover, which was what was sent out there. Ingenuity retraced its course of its previous flight, heading back south for 423 feet at a latitude of 16 feet, but instead of turning around, it stopped and climbed higher to 33 feet to take some pictures of the area and then set back down 108 seconds later after taking off. Now, in case you don't know, that is pretty insane, man. You know, who's to say what's going to happen next, right? I know they're trying to go to moon. That's going to be my next article if it starts trending. But these were the ones that were really trending right now. So engineers had to wait more than 3 hours after Ingenuity had already landed before the news of the successful relay from Ingenuity of Perseverance to an orbiter passing overhead, and then Earth, it arrived. Let's see. Ingenuity is 1.6 feet tall, weighing 4 pounds. And it cost $85 million. Yep. That's how much it cost to fly that little drone, man. Anywho, that's something about NASA. They're doing some crazy stuff, man. Who would have guessed, right? Yep. Let's see. GOP governor slashes jobless aid to try and force more Americans to return to work. Who wants to go to work? Nobody. I sure as hell don't. But you know what? I got to. But for some people, it's a little bit more enticing to stay at home if you're going to get an extra $300 on top of your unemployment. Why not stay home? Take care of your kids. Monitor what's going on at the house, I guess, if you're that pretty crazy. But in all actuality, I mean, it's free money. Why are you going to try to go back? So they're trying to push this through, and it looks like Arkansas, Montana, and South Carolina have acted in recent days to end the extra $300 on top of your unemployment. I think they did the math back on CNN where, you know, somebody making minimum wage would get like $500 or $600 a week. With that extra $300 on top of your unemployment that the government was giving you, you're actually making $700 a week. So why go back to work, man? Where's the incentive? Pay me more is what I would say. This article was from the Washington Post, again, another news outlet that leans left with a lot of their stuff, and it was written by Tony Rahm as of yesterday. The unexpected slowdown in hiring nationwide has prompted some Republican governors to start slashing jobless benefits in their states, hoping that the loss of generous federal aid might force more people to try to return to work. Who would have think that take money from people will force them to go back to work? Honestly, I think it would probably do the opposite. I think people are going to be mad that they're not getting that money. And then guess what? Then they're not going to want to go to work. But that's just me. The new GOP cuts chiefly targeted of the extra $300 in weekly payments that millions of Americans have received for months, in addition to their usual unemployment checks. Arkansas on Friday became the latest announcement plans to cancel the extra benefits, joining Montana, South Carolina earlier this week. I really hope Texas don't do it. I'm a Texas boy, so I hope they don't do that. I'm not claiming unemployment benefits, but if Texas sticks it out, man, you gotta love Texas. You know what I mean? Let's see. Blah blah blah. Y'all don't want to read all that. Republican policymakers have long opposed those heightened unemployment benefits and unanimously voted against extending them earlier this year. But party leaders nationwide have grown more emboldened in the recent days, particularly as the U.S. government on Friday released new data showing economy added only 266,000 jobs in April. Now, of course, we don't know, right? They were supposed to go up as far as jobs that were going to be happening this year. Actually went down, and now we want to push more money out. It might be a good reason to stay at home, but right now, not a lot of people are hiring. And if they are hiring, they're not giving us enough money to go in. I think I read another article where McDonald's was, there was this guy, I don't know if it was McDonald's or whatever, but there was a place where he was going to give you an extra $800 if you stayed 4 months and didn't miss a day. I mean, can't beat that. More states are expected to follow. Let's see. Predicted Republican Kevin Brandy, Republican of Texas. Spoke too soon, man. The top Republican on the tax-focused House Ways and Means and Committee in the statement Friday added the White House is in denial about the economic effects of its policies. Just more people hating on other people trying to get some easy money. Let money work for you is what they say. But anywho, if y'all want to read that article, that's from the Washington Post. It's labeled GOP governor slash jobless aid to try and force more Americans to return to work. Tongue twister, ain't it? But anywho, let's move on to the next one. push to electrify your mail trucks at your expense. So all your tax dollars, they're going to go to electrifying mail trucks. Why not, right? I mean, we're already throwing $1 trillion out there. Why not? Why not do it? Let's see. Again, the Washington Post. Man, these guys are on it, dude. An article written by Jacob Boyage as of today. Let's see. They want the House Democrats leaders are lining up behind the White House to push to allocate $8 billion in taxpayer funding for the latest iteration of the mail trucks, paving the way for a fully electric fleet instead of a piecemeal strategy the U.S. Postal Service leaders have been pursuing. The agency, which is generally self-sustaining, does not draw public money, typically, has drawn up a bootstrap plan for new vehicles, the vast majority of which would run on gas as it wrestles with a $188.4 billion in liabilities and faces years of projected losses. Whew! You thought UPS was doing good. USPS, get your shit together, man. Jesus. Last week, the chairs of the House and Committees of Oversight, Reform, and Transportation urged members and Democratic caucus to support the new Next Generation Delivery Vehicle Program, which would allow the agency to purchase as many as 165,000 trucks in the next decade. Wow. They're really going at it, ain't they? Party leaders have shown little enthusiasm for the program as outlined by the agency. Why not? Who wants to spend more money to get your mail? Why break a system that is not broken? That's what they say. Could be worth as much as $6 billion that we would have to pay. Us pay it. So if you take unemployment, you pay taxes out of that. Capital gains, you pay taxes out of that. Go get something from the store that's a candy, you pay taxes out of that. So it's good, I guess. If you want to steal more money, why not, right? Nobody feels it anyways. But anywho, that's an article from the Washington Post to electrify your mail truck vehicles. All right, let's see. So I got a little bit of sad news. I got 2 more articles I'm going to read to y'all, right? A trio of Saturday mass shootings that rocked the U.S. Now, of course, we all know there's been quite a bit of mass shootings in the U.S. It's sad and unfortunate. I feel sorry for the families that have to go through something like that and that have lost loved ones due to mass shootings. And it's kind of hard to balance what should we do and what should we not do. And so I'm going to read this article to y'all, and hopefully y'all might like it. This article's from the Axios, right? And it's by Rebecca Falconer. And let's see, the U.S. was hit by shootings in New York City's Times Square, a shopping mall in Florida, at a townhome near Baltimore that left 4 people dead, including a suspected gunman. The bigger picture, since President Biden took office in January, over 700 people have been injured or killed in 139 mass shootings as of last month. Wow. Did not think it was that much. But, man, it's just unfortunate. I'm not going to try to make a joke about that. It's just unfortunate. It's something not to really joke about. But Biden has called for gun violence in the U.S. as an epidemic and an international embarrassment. What's happening in shootings in the Woodlawn, Baltimore County, Maryland? Police said that in a statement that officers were called to a shooting in a fire which 2 men and women died. Another one in Times Square, a fight among a group of men resulted in 2 women and 4-year-old girl being wounded after at least 1 man drew a gun in New York Times Square. It keeps reflecting back to New York. They're supposed to be like the worst place to have a gun, and these people still have guns. Man, it's crazy, man. In Florida, wow, Republican state. Several people were shot and at least 3 were being treated in the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries after being wounded in a shooting in a Adventura Mall near Miami, according to Watch 2. There was a lot of shootings that went going on. I'm a highly advocate of owning firearms to protect your family. And if you haven't already done so, go ahead and get a concealed or permit license to carry a handgun, if you might add, because right now it is a little crazy and it is pretty hot right now. And if you want to protect your family, besides using a knife or using the police to call, get yourself a gun. It's the best way to do it, right? But yeah, there was a lot of mass shootings that went on this weekend during this weekend. Let's see, and just to add some humor, just to add some humor into this. I watched it on TV. Trump fan is arguing. The election was stolen. She saw it on TV. That's like saying that my news off Facebook is real. You know, a lot of times it ain't real. You know, you got to do it yourself. You got to actually dig in and see what the hell's going on around your world, right? But this is from the Newsweek Politics, and it's by Christian Zia, or Christina Ziha. I know I said that wrong, and I'm sorry if I did, but man, I swear I'm really trying my best. I watched it on TV and video. A Trump fan arguing the election was stolen, viewed over 900,000 times. This is another trending video that's going on. And if you like people making a fool of themselves, please check this out. It is kind of funny, man. A video of a supporter of former President Donald Trump arguing that the election was stolen because I saw it on TV has been viewed more than 900,000 times. On Friday, 2 rally attendants, Rita Ward and an unidentified man, spoke to CNN. Go figure, CNN would be at a place where Trump supporters are. In the parking lot of the Brownwood Hotel and Spa in the Villages of Florida, where hundreds gathered for the start of the Republican representatives Majority Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz of America's First Tour. Asked by a reporter whether they genuinely believed the election was stolen, both attendees said yes. It was horrible. Is it horrible that we would even be in a situation to think that? The unidentified man said. The reporter said that their beliefs were false. No, it's not, Ward shot back. Why would they say all those ballots hidden under the tables? Why did that man drive the truck all the way across state lines with those ballots? Ward responded with a raised voice when the reporter insisted that all was proven false. It was proven false, man. It was not real. It has not. I watched it on TV, she said. Man, if you're still reeling on the fucking loss that Trump went through, man, guys, get over it. It's already done with, man. It ain't going to go back. If you want to make a change, get out and vote. That's the bottom line to it, you know. Some people want to get angry that, you know, they're passing all these laws about voter registration and more intense background checks, I guess, or voter IDs, you know, whatever it may be. Man, if you don't like it, get out and vote. That's all it takes. You know, if you got an ID or got some form of identification, get out and vote. And that'll really solve a lot of your problems. But sitting there, pointing the finger, ain't going to solve nothing. And it ain't solved nothing yet. You know, I lean more in the middle, so I'm more conservative. But I tend to find myself leaning a little bit left, a little bit of right. Just depends on the agenda that's going on. Call me what you want. But you know what? If you're still arguing about the loss, you're not sane, man. You're not sane. It's already done with. Let's see. So to kind of wrap this all up, right? To wrap all this up, I think if you want to get some good news and you want to get some unbiased opinions, man, stick with my channel. You know, I'm going to be starting this new channel, and I hope that y'all like it. And if y'all don't, and all well, man, keep moving on. But I'm going to let y'all know now. I may say some things that may offend some people. I may say things that people may like, you know. But in the end, it's a matter of what I want to say. And if anybody else has got something to say, man, please chime in. Put it in the comments below. And if I do a live stream, I'll call you in and let you talk on live feed with me, man. So if you really liked it, give me a like on the video and subscribe if you want to stick around. Stay tuned because there's going to be some more trending topics every day that I can get out here. And until next time, guys, see y'all later.